Hi everyone, welcome to another episode by Poor Man Gamer. Today we are on episode 5 of Learning from the Greats. Today we're going to watch Temperafly. I am sorry, I do not speak Japanese, so I cannot pronounce your name. I am not even going to try. Um, in Chinese, it means death soldier, I think, right? Some of the characters, but Chinese and Japanese are totally different. So, Temperafly, you are one of the best matchup players I have ever seen. Alright? Like, I have never ever seen somebody play their matchups as well as he does. So look what he does. In his not deck, he always rolls out with a cyber wheel first, I have noticed. He scouts, and then he opens with a harvester. And you're gonna quickly notice what I'm talking about here. This guy is a freaking genius, okay? So he sees a tank coming and he backs it off right away. He's still keeping an eye on the enemy and see what he's pumping out. He sees he's got two vehicles. Notice how he reacts perfectly with a Banshee, right? That Banshee is going to squish that Predator tank, right? Without taking much damage. And then that Pike, it's going to take out that Rhino. Like, his timing is perfect. I have rarely, if ever, seen anybody move the way he does. Look how smartly he rolls out the Banshee again and the bike to defend against his much weaker Banshee. Like, this guy's level 9s and 10s going up against people 12 and 13. There's so much I can learn from him. As General Rocco tries to roll up Pred tanks to take out those bikes and take more damage, notice how he jumps on all 3 tiles and he gets his win. His Banshees that's all the way charged up, he completely ignores the Talon. Why? Because he knows that the tank is the main threat and that his bike is going to be able to take care of that Talon really well. Notice how he plays the matchup perfectly, right? General Rocco can't even get a shot on him because his Banshee is just crushing him. I mean, look at that. Bang! Down goes another Talon, his main anti-air unit. And down goes another tank. And notice how this entire time he is wisely able to keep this missile charge without taking on too much damage, right? Look at that. Brilliant play this entire time. And he's still going after those level 13 Pred tanks. Like, look how many shots it takes to kill it, right? It's a good thing that they nerfed the Banshee against vehicle damage. Look at this genius here. He uses his bikes, rolls it up to attack the Talon. What he should have done, really, General Rocco, was knock out the bike. But notice how he places Banshee perfectly and makes his Zone Troopers chase him, right? And then flies it over a rock. And, like, look at that Zone Trooper is completely out of position. He's thinking, oh, 2 Zone Troopers, I'm going to get this missile. It's perfect timing. But notice how the Flame Squad on the bottom is doing work. Notice how on the top he pulls his Banshee back just far enough so that the Zone Trooper doesn't focus fire on it. And then the entire time he's kept everything alive. And he's able to win this match against an opponent so much higher level than him that it really shouldn't be possible. And yet we just witnessed it, folks. We just saw Temperafly here beat somebody with level 12s and 13s. So you might be thinking, alright, well, maybe he just beat a whale, right? Maybe he wasn't very good. Okay, so I'm going to show you the matchup we just watched here. All level 12s and 13s versus level 9s and 10s. That's crazy, right? That's absolutely crazy. We're going to show you another video here. This one I was even more impressed by. He beats NickCool, which is the 3rd highest ranked player in the GDI side right now, and beats him handily. Doesn't just beat him, he smacks him, right? Like, spank on the butt, totally embarrassed him. If I ever see Temperafly and I'm up against him, I will be quivering in my boots, right? Look at the absolute brilliance in which he wins, okay? So Temperafly is on the left, and NickCool's on the right. He once again opens with a cyber wheel. So folks, it's not that I hate the cyber wheel, I just don't have any cards for it. So, kind of sad. So he's checking to see if it's a double harvester. He rolls out the cyber wheel, you know, just does a little bit of chip damage on him. And then he rolls out a bike, right? He has got so much patience in the way he plays. He sees a pit bull, and look how he smartly rolls everything away. He moves his cyber wheel all the way to the top, right? He uses the terrain super well so that he can win a matchup advantage. Look at this. So now his cyber wheel is down for the count, but notice how he was able to pull the Pippo and make it run around in circles, right? In order to gain a matchup advantage. So once again, he rolls his bike to the top, drawing away the strong units all the way. Look at that. He's trying to win the missiles. I don't know if you saw that genius. That bike is a distraction. NickCool, third best player, third highest ranked player, I should say, on the GDI side right now, just got his butt handed to him on the first missile because he make him draw his Pret Tank and Pip-Boy, which is not very quick, especially that Pret Tank, and made him run all the way around in a circle. You see that? Pulled him all the way back to the Harvester. Then he smartly swaps the Cyber Wheel and the Missile Squad on the bottom. So the Laser Squad on the bottom, the positioning. So he's able to win this first missile. Do you see that? He micros it again, so he's got another matchup advantage on the bottom, right? With his Missile Squad against vehicles and his Cyber Wheels against his Shockwaves. So once again, he smartly uses that Banshee, takes out that Pip-Boy, and now he's able to protect his Harvester. Look at that perfect micro. Gets one shot, bang, runs onto the rock, right? And he continues to pressure that Pret Tank. And now he's got actually a fairly decent sized economy too for him to charge up if he needs to. Still protecting his Harvester really, really well. Missile still going up. His level 10 Scorpion tank obviously has no shot against two ground units, two very, very strong ground units. He tries his best to take out his Pip-Boy, and he does. He loses his Banshee, but notice how because he hasn't really rolled up a huge economy, he's able to save up, take out that Pret Tank, roll out a Cyber Wheel to go against the Shockwave, right, and take out that Pret Tank in perfect timing. Look at that. Like, that is genius move. So we're going to look at it from just his perspective. Once again, he reacts perfectly. He does see the Jump Jet squads. He uses his Flame Squad. I think this is the only mistake he made the entire game, where he did not appropriately engage the Jump Jet. But at level 13, I'm not really sure what more he could have possibly done, right? So he plays it very conservatively, and I've never seen a style play before where it's reactionary, but he's not letting the opponent dictate the terms of what's going on. He uses his Laser Squad to take out that Pip-Boy. Unfortunately, his Harvester was not able to harvest because his Banshee blocked himself. No fault of his own, right? Because there's not much more he can really do in that situation. He rolls out a Cyber Wheel to take out the Shockwaves to play the matchup. Cyber Wheels, this is where it's really strong because it takes the Pret Tank 4 shots to kill one Cyber Wheel. Pret Tanks are a really, really bad matchup for Cyber Wheels. Of course, the Pret Tank's gonna win. It just takes like a gajillion years for the Cyber Wheel to do enough for the Pret Tank to do enough damage. So take a look here, okay? NickCool has got the advantage, and I believe he's able to steal this missile, right? And so, to me, in my opinion, Temperafly should be in a lot of trouble now because he wasn't able to get the second missile. The economy ticks by a lot faster now, even organically. Like that third missile gives you a lot of economy and everything moves by quickly. And I figure Temperafly can't win now because he has no matchup advantage. Right? He rolls out a Laser Squad, he rolls out another Banshee. I love how he continuously engages those Pret Tanks with a Banshee. Right? And it's worked out really, really, really effectively. Once again, he rolls out the... notice how he times his Cyber Wheel. So it blocks his Shockwaves, and then he uses his Missile Squad and runs it to the top. He's saving his Banshee right now until the very, very last second. Right? Missile count is still going up, and he's still trying to wisely play the matchups. Right? I figured at this stage of the game, how is he going to come back? Like, 1, 2, 3 units gone, no economy. He finally rolls out another Scorpion tank, right? So that Scorpion tank should win the matchup normally against a Pip-Boy, and it does, right? He's got another matchup advantage on the top, so we're going to slow it down here. Cyber Wheels are a terrible matchup for Pip-Boys. Pip-Boys do quick work of Cyber Wheels, right? Because they can chase them down and they fire quick shots. The rate of fire is pretty high. Shockwaves, of course, on the top isn't going to do well, so he's able to secure one missile on the top. Scorpion tank should be able to take out the Pip-Boy on the bottom. That's number 2. He charges it up, which is pretty wise. Now he's on 2 tiles, right? He's able to body block him on the top, and because the third missile ticks by so quickly, Temperafly steals a win from NickCool, who's a fairly skilled player in his own right, and he picks up another win. He has no right, with such a weak deck, to be this high level. This is ridiculous. right? I rarely, if ever, seen somebody win so many matches with such a huge level disadvantage. So we're gonna see how he matches up against somebody from. I think this is a knockoff Terminus. I don't know if it's a real Terminus or not. So Wolfpack, let me know if you're watching this video, because there's just so many variants. When I say real, I mean if it's one of the world's top clans or not. I really don't know. So here we go again. Temperafly's on the left. He rolls up with the cyber wheel, right? And instead of opening a harvester, especially in this small map, this is really, really smart. And then he opens up with his harvester. So we're gonna see here, you're gonna see that Terminus does not actually open with a harvester, but Tempura did not know that until now. So I'm thinking he's got him blocked off. He's definitely losing that harvester. I don't know how he's gonna come back from this, right? So he tries his best to knock out that cyber wheel, and notice how he smartly plays the matchup as well as he can. He knows that this harvester doesn't really stand a chance of surviving, and so he waited till the last second, a little too late. No fault of his own whatsoever. I have personally not been able to come back from matches like this. Fortunately, Wolfpack not too smart, because if I was him, I would have built a couple more pred tanks and just kept pressuring the top and win this game already, right? Especially when you're such a huge level advantage, seeing that he's just got rolling bikes. So Wolfpack made a mistake here, right? Big mistake in my opinion. The cyber wheels are gonna go engage laser squads. They're gonna get shredded pretty quickly. So now he rolls out another laser squad of his own, Temperafly. I'm guessing to protect that tank at the same time. That's to protect the harvester. And now he's gonna go roll the cyber wheel. Great job against that chem warrior. Alright, so he takes care of it. He's on 2 tiles, right? Perfect missile timing. Look at that. Bang! 2 missiles. Sorry, stole that first missile. He's standing on 2 tiles, 2 control pads. He does see that the double harvester is rolling out now, but because Wolfpack has such a huge level advantage, I don't see how he's going to be able to pressure his double harvester. He smartly does not move his bike. A lot of players, seeing a Scorpion tank come down, would immediately move their bike away. He smartly does not do that, because the bike, he's going to lose it anyway. So you might as well do as much damage as possible. Bikes can't fire until they're stationary. So he takes out that Scorpion tank before he smartly moves his Banshee away. That Banshee takes out the cyber wheel really well before he engages the missile squad with a flame tank. Out comes his own Banshee, right? And look at this brilliance here. His Scorpion tank goes to the top because he's trying to go, oh no, he doesn't. Sorry, I remember this game wrong. His flame squad goes to the top, laser squad comes to the bottom. And this whole time, he smartly does not do too much with the Scorpion tank because he has no matchup advantage here. So he'd rather just let it die, which he does, right? So that as the Scorpion tank was taking on damage, he himself was able to take out the Banshee, right? Out comes his Banshee now. He's in a dilly of a pickle right now because he really doesn't have any matchup advantage. That chem buggy is just making real quick work of him. And I'm not sure why he built another bike. I guess it's one of those matchups where it's like, don't die, right? As opposed to go win the match, you just don't die in the match. And as I noticed, this is something a lot of good pro players do. He's gonna lose 1 missile laser squad, not a huge deal. Those 3 Banshees are actually pretty deadly now because they're pretty strong. I love how he swarms the bottom to try to win that missile, right? So there he's able to get that first missile tile. There he controls the second one. Out comes the flame squad. The cyborgs are not going to do damage fast enough in order to take out his infantry. He should have moved his cyborg to the top and Banshee to the bottom. And look, perfect timing once again. And boom, even though he loses that bottom missile control pad. Ooh. Oh, so close. So close. And he loses it. Right? No surprises there. And as he keeps going, he's using this flame squad trying to engage his chem warriors again. So at this stage of the game, he has a huge, huge economic advantage. If I was Temperafly and I lose this harvester, it's really not that big of a deal, right? You just don't want the enemy to get even stronger in terms of the economy. So he rolls it out now. Notice how he does not build a harvester anymore, which is a very smart move on his part. He engages his cyborg, which genuinely is a bigger threat compared to the chem warriors, and this is why. Cyborgs do a lot of damage against vehicles. He times this perfectly by jumping on all 3 tiles, and then obviously he cannot survive that Tiberium Jade Missile Blast. But he is able to contest this missile because he's got cyber wheels and they move very quickly. And look at this genius here. Cyborgs are really strong units. He moves a laser squad as best he can to the top because cyborgs really don't do much damage against infantry. And this becomes incredibly close. So I'm going to take away some of that drama. He rolls his Banshee to the top and forces his cyborg to move into one of two positions. He's on 2 tiles. Wolfpack here is just getting desperate, wasn't able to win the matchups that he wanted. And once again, Temperafly steals the missile. Wolfpack, if you're watching this, what y'all should have done was take those double harvesters, move the harvesters down to control that top tile so that it frees up your troops to contest the other 2. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn from the Greats. To me, Temperafly is an absolutely great player because he's winning matchups. He has no right or rhyme or reason to win, and he wins consistently. So guys, thank you once again for watching, and Temperafly, huge shout out to you. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day. Take care.